Welcome to the Digital Revolution with Jim Kunkel. I appreciate you joining this live chat session here on LinkedIn Audio. Over the last few months of the Digital Revolution with Jim Kunkel podcast, I've been highly satisfied with the reception of the audio podcast content and its topics. If you're not following or a subscriber of the podcast, please, after this live chat session ends, search the Digital Revolution with Jim Kunkel on your favorite podcast provider and set your follow or subscribe to the podcast. You'll find the podcast on providers like Apple Podcast, Spotify, Amazon Music, and iHeartRadio. I am recording the session audio to rebroadcast this chat on the Digital Revolution channel on YouTube and bonus audio release on the podcast. Our topic is deepfake technology. Deepfakes, a combination of deep learning and fake, refers to synthetic media created using artificial intelligence techniques. These uncanny creations manipulate visual or audio content, often replacing faces in videos or altering voices. While they've gained notoriety for their potential misuse, they also hold promise in entertainment, education, and even digital art. So listen up and join in on the conversation as we explore the fascinating, sometimes unsettling, landscape of deepfakes. Let me start off with the definition of deepfakes. Deepfakes use artificial intelligence to generate entirely new video or audio content, portraying events or scenarios that never actually occurred in reality. The term deepfake stems from the underlying technology, deep learning algorithms. These algorithms learn from vast sets of existing data, such as audio, images, and video, and then they create fake content featuring real people. Deepfakes aren't your run-of-the-mill fake images. Very different and unlike other manipulated media, sometimes called shallow fakes. Deepfakes involve human input. Users decide at the end of the generation process whether the output aligns with their intentions. The AI does the heavy lifting, but creators have a say in the final result. What are the applications and concerns of deepfakes? While deepfakes have potential in entertainment and art, they've also raised concerns. Misuse can lead to fake news, misleading videos, and even political propaganda. Detecting deepfakes often involves reverse image searches or investigating the source providing the questionable media. Let's talk about how deepfake algorithms work. Deepfake algorithms utilize advanced artificial intelligence techniques, specifically deep learning algorithms, to analyze and synthesize visual and audio content. Here's how they work. Generative adversarial networks, or GANs as they're known in the digital media world. Many deepfakes are created using GANs. These networks consist of two critical components. The first is the generator. The generator creates fake content, such as a face, based on input data, which would be real faces. Then you have the discriminator. The discriminator evaluates the generated content and distinguishes between real and fake. Next is training on extensive data sets. Deepfake algorithms are trained on extensive data sets of images, videos, and audio recordings. They learn patterns, features, and expressions unique to individuals. Rounding the deepfake out is a face swapping. During the creation process, the generator swaps one person's face with another using facial recognition algorithms and the power of deep learning. What's the result? Eerily realistic fabricated media. This content blurs the line between reality and fiction. What kind of media content? It can be audio, photo, video. Earlier I mentioned generative adversarial networks, or GANs, as these networks are called. Let's drill a little deeper into their role in creating deep fakes. First, let's look at its architecture. GANs consist of two neural networks. As I mentioned earlier, the generator. Now, this network creates the fake data, such as deepfake videos, that closely resemble real data. And as I mentioned earlier, the discriminator. The discriminator's job is to differentiate between real and fake content. And second, you have collaborative training. During training, the generator attempts to recreate images similar to the training data used random noise. Meanwhile, the discriminator evaluates these attempts based on their resemblance to real input images. Gradually, the generator learns to produce more faithful reproductions even without direct access to the original pictures. Lastly, they have challenges. While GANs excel at generating convincing still images on non-real human faces, creating realistic videos remains still a challenge. However, ongoing research aims to refine GANs and enhance their capabilities. So how can we protect ourselves from misuse of deepfakes? Protecting against deepfake misuses requires a multi-pronged approach. Here are some strategies recommended by digital security professionals. The first is invest in advanced sophisticated detection technologies, which are deepfake detection tools that can identify synthetic content. These tools analyze patterns, inconsistencies, and strange events to flag potential deepfakes. Identity verification systems. These systems strengthen identity verification process. It incorporates biometric and liveness verification. Think of facial characteristics recognition to prevent deepfakes from being misused in identity theft. Also, collaborative and advocate by working with industry associations, technology vendors, and policymakers. Advocate for responsible usage and regulation of deepfake technology. Engage in discussions about ethical guidelines, data protection, and legal frameworks to curb misuses. Last and super critical is to educate and stay skeptical. Educate yourself and others about how deepfakes are made. Be skeptical of online media and verify sources. Critical analysis and awareness are powerful tools against misinformation. Let me share some real-world examples of deepfake misuse. Political figures and public figures. In 2018, a Belgian political party released a deepfake video of President Donald J. Trump urging Belgium to withdraw from the Paris Climate Agreement. Although intended as satire, it highlighted how easily deepfakes can be manipulated the words and actions of world leaders. Deepfake videos targeting political leaders erode trust, undermine democracy, and create confusion among voters. They can also incite activities, damage political and diplomatic relationships, and also compromise national security. In the entertainment world, celebrities have fallen victim to deepfake misuse. These AI-generated videos exploit their image, their likeliness, or voice, invading their privacy and potentially damaging their reputation. In media and journalism, deepfakes can deceive audiences by altering news anchor statements or entirely creating fake events. Misleading videos can spread misinformation and erode trust in media outlets. Corporate espionage. Audio deepfakes, like fraudulent use of the CEO's voice, have been used in major corporate heists. These manipulated recordings can lead to financial losses and reputational damage. With what I just covered, know there are legal actions that can be taken against creators of malicious deepfakes. Legal actions have gained traction as the technology evolves. Here are some strategies and, importantly, existing legal tools. First are takedown demands. Victims should swiftly pursue takedowns with internet service providers and social media platforms. leveraging the Digital Millennium Copy Act, the DMCA, which provides a notice mechanism that can help remove deepfakes that impede copyrighted works. Collaboration with platforms is crucial to prevent future harmful content distribution. Second, consider smart action. Filing lawsuits against defendants allows victims to subpoena and anonymous perpetrators. Privacy tort claims, defamation, false light invasion of privacy, and emotional distress lawsuits can be filed. Some states have specific laws penalizing unauthorized creation and distribution of revenge, let's call them naughty videos, and deepfakes. Here are two proposed bills. This is new legislative proposals in the United States. They include Preventing Deepfakes of Intimate Images Act. This establishes criminal penalties for sharing intimate deepfakes. And the Deepfakes Accountability Act. This act provides penalties for creating malicious deepfakes without proper labeling. Now let's focus on deepfakes on social media. The spread of deepfakes on social media platforms pose a significant concern, and preventing their distribution is essential. Here are some strategies identified by internet experts. First is AI-based detection. Implement AI-based technologies that can detect and flag deepfakes. These systems analyze patterns, inconsistencies, and abnormalities to identify artificially generated content. Second is content policies. Enforce strict content policies that prohibit the sharing of malicious deepfakes. Clear guidance and guidelines can help prevent their spread. Many social media platforms have dedicated teams. Even LinkedIn and other social media platforms have established dedicated teams to detect and remove deepfakes promptly. Human reviewers can play a crucial role in identifying and addressing synthetic media. By combining these approaches, social media platforms can fortify security against the deceptive impacts of deepfakes. When it comes to social media platforms and citizens of America's freedom of speech, how do social media platforms handle the balance between free speech and content moderation? Balancing free speech and content moderation on social media platforms is a complex challenge. And here are some strategies. Transparent guidelines. Platforms must create clear guidelines that protect users' rights to self-expression while defining boundaries for harmful content. AI-based detection. Implement AI tools to detect harmful posts without compromising privacy or free speech. And democratic frameworks. Governments can provide a basic regulatory framework emphasizing transparency, due process, and non-discrimination in enforcement. Now, let me leave this with you as you navigate the digital landscape. Keep your radar up for deepfake contents, whether it's seemingly genuine video or an altered voice. Critical thinking and vigilance are your allies. Verify sources, question suspicious material, and stay informed. Remember, in this age of AI-generated synthetic media, a discerning eye can be your best defense. Thank you for joining in this live chat on deepfake technology. I hope you found this chat informative and engaging, and stay tuned for more exciting discussions on the latest trends and developments from the digital revolution with Jim Kunkel. This concludes the live chat portion of this session. Okay, well, thank you very much. Have a great evening, afternoon, or morning, no matter where in the world you're listening from.